Hi, my name is Jarrod Miller, the Extension Agronomist here at Carville within the Plant and Soil Science Department. I'm speaking for Gunnar, who is our variety trial coordinator. The University of Delaware does 3 agronomic variety trials. The first one is corn. I'm going to turn it up so I'm not close enough to my mouth. This thing. I didn't want to mess with those buttons. That one. Okay. Good? Yeah, I can hear that. It's a lot louder. So the University of Delaware does 3 variety trials. Corn, which is in 4 different locations. Middletown, Maryville, Laurel, and Georgetown most years. Those are run by Techley. He's on campus. Our corn variety trials at Georgetown this year down the road at the Dill Farm. They range from irrigated. Some of the fields get manure, so there's a whole range of conditions that those trials are run across, and of course all those results are posted online. The trials that are run here by Gunnar include the soybean and the small grains trials. The small grains, of course, just got harvested a month or 2 ago. The statewide soybean trials are right behind us. You can see the signs all the way down through here that show you the varieties that are right along the row. You see the different heights that are going across here. He usually has about 10 to 13 seed companies and breeders that do the soybean and small grain trials, about 60 to 80 varieties a year. His 4 locations typically include Carville, which is here. Up in Middletown, there is a site that the county owns. We're probably going to lose it. We've been able to use the last couple of years. And then Harrington and Selbyville to get a range of soil types and conditions, of course, annual weather and rainfall that goes across there. He has also does some private trials, so some companies might want to enter their products that will not get published on the website just so they can see how their varieties did. In some cases, it might be if they have a malting barley variety and they want to test nitrogen on it, things like that, that we'd have different trials on. He will, every single one of these plots is replicated 4 times. So what you're seeing across here are these different blocks. So in case this field has variability in its water holding and its nutrient holding capacity, we take each variety and it's replicated across here. It goes across all these different types of blocks so that if we get a low or high yielding, we'll have 4 different averages of those yield and we average them together. So you don't get just one plot, which isn't a good predictor of what your yield might be. And then you have 4 sites across the state so we can get a good average of what that variety might do across the state itself. Here behind us, almost all these plots have an E3 trait. So they're resistant to 2,4-D glyphosate and glufosinate. And he also has some STS beans and Extend Flex across this field. We have, because it's Carville, and you're going to go see our weed science plots, we have a lot of palmer problems across our field. I pulled up one over there. So wherever we rotate in, we're usually pulling and trying to spray a lot of palmer across our field. So we have to, and also, if people don't know, if you have Roundup in one field and they spray it with the wrong product, you lose your research. So we try to stack all of our beans as much as we can to make sure that it's as easy as possible to keep them sprayed. The soybean across the state are planted in 30-inch rows. He does about 150,000 seeds an acre. The plots are shorter, about 17 feet long, but that helps us fit them within the field. A lot of the fields we're on across the state are farmer fields who will work with us and give us the checks in their field, and typically what happens is they get the yield off of that. Even though it's a small section, they'll get the yield off of that field in exchange for letting us be out there. All these varieties are treated like a conventional field to be as fair as possible. They're harvested. You can see that, like all our trials here, it's hard to see now. You can kind of see by the heights where the different plots are. Like you've got a different height across there. But they're 4 rows wide. We have 2 types of combines here for plot trials. We have a 2-row one, and then some are 3 rows. So the one that's for the variety trials right now is a 3-row. So it will grab 2 of the centers, 1 on the outside. A lot of times with our trials, what we like to do is just harvest the center because, of course, in this case, they're growing together, but this outside row here is going to get more sunlight. So it's not exactly what you'd expect in a field. They're shorter, so they don't capture full field variability, but they do give us an idea of what these might do. It wouldn't apply, of course, to every single situation that's out there. The small grain trials that we had this year, he had a great yields across the state. His wheat and barley are 9-row plots. They're 7.5 inches. We have a drill to do that. Planted about 1.5 million seeds per acre, which is a recommendation for Delaware. The barley trial here at the farm averaged 123 bushels, so it did pretty well. Across the state, he had ranges for wheat. This page. It ranged from 88 in Harrington, 82 in Dryland and Selbyville, and Middletown also rain-fed 84 bushels on wheat. So the trials vary year to year like everything else. All of these are posted online for anybody to get access to. If you're working for a company and you want to submit varieties for testing, Gunnar's about to release the fill-in form for small grains. The soybean form will come out sometime in the spring, around February, March. The same thing technically with the corn trials. If you want to get in the trial and you can't find the form, just contact us if you are a salesman and you want to enter your seeds in the trial to see how well they do, because you can get them planted across the state in several different environments. So that's about all we have to say about variety trials. There's pretty straightforward. They've changed over the years. You don't get quite as many varieties come in, and every state has their own variety trials that you can check. Maryland has them, Penn State, and of course Virginia Tech if you want to check multiple areas, but everyone will have different ones that are entered in. Does anybody have any questions about the variety trials? So as you drive down through here, you can of course look at all the signs to see who's entered this year in these trials. And across here, while you might see this Invictus seed B385E, one of these others will be across this block, so you can see all the different heights. And I think he has maturity groups are 3.4 to 5, and right now we're sitting right about, because we were late like everybody else with the rain, right about R3 in some of these. All right, well, you guys can move on down.